sorry about that, y'all. They were jamming my phone. Right there in your eyes. Right there in your fucking face. Jamming my fucking phone. Giving each other signals and shit. These motherfuckers put something in my gas tank too. Ever since they started walking around with gas tanks. I've noticed my gas has been draining fast. See, this is the shit they do. They give you subliminal messages before they commit the actual act on you. And every time I go to the gas station, somebody just happens to pop up with a gas can in their hand. And, you know, somebody just happens to come with a gas can, put gas in the gas can right in front of me, dog. I'll go pump my gas and somebody will come with a gas can and put gas in this fucking gas can right in front of me and shit. Or on the side of it, somewhere in my visual, not necessarily in the front of me. These are the type of subliminal messages. And then all of a sudden my van ain't running right and it's fucking sucking up gas like a motherfucker. And then I'm seeing tow trucks and shit everywhere. They're putting fucking tow trucks in my fucking visual and shit. Tow trucks riding by me honking their fucking horns, and you know, I could be looking down or watching something on my phone, and a tow truck will honk his horn at me and wave at me and shit like he's being friendly and shit. But they know, you know, I know what the fuck is going on, but you know, if I confront him about it, if I was to confront him about it, he could hide his fucking intentions for doing it just by saying, oh, nah, man, I was just being friendly, man, waving at you and shit. And that ends all arguments. That ends all the argument, because it's always plausible deniability, even though you know he's fucking, even you know he's doing it to harass you, you can't prove it. So it's plausible deniability. It's not even worth the argument. You'll never win. You'll never fucking win that argument. These are the tactics they pull on you, ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know. These are the days of our lives, though. These are the days of our lives. I don't think we have too much longer, man. Honestly, I don't think we have too much longer. But hey, I'm not God, I don't know. But what I do know is Babylon must fall. Babylon must crumble. I must come to an end. Yes, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what we're gonna do right now. Oh, look at the one tail light. Gonna park right here in front of the VTA. Ain't that something? That's a sign from God, probably, telling me, hey, park in front of the VTA. Let's go do an interview in front of the VTA. Guide me, Lord. Let's start. Let's start doing some interviews. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's park in front of here. Got a one headlight trigger man coming up. One headlight trigger man. Yes, sir. Come on. Come on, bucko. You in the American Jeep. You in that American Jeep. Come on. Let the people see you. Let them see your domestic terrorism. Let's see what nationality you are. Not that it's a racist program, but let's see. I don't think we can. But look at the car. VW. Tinted all the way around. Well, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Brief intermission. We are back. We are back. Phone fumble. Nothing too major. Police department right there. Police department right there to terrorize or intimidate me from protesting. Because that's what they do. They harass you and then expect you not to do anything about it. Just accept it. Let the community walk around and treat you like shit and talk to you like shit, steal your fucking money, vandalize your vehicles, run psychological warfare games on you. They expect you to do that and then let them do it. And then when you come to protest, because they know that's what I'm going to do right now, when you come to protest, they want to try and intimidate you. But being that I don't care what happens, that doesn't work on me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my life. I completely love my life. But they can't use that against me. Like just because, I'm not gonna. I don't want to die, but I'm not afraid of them to do whatever they do. But I do love my life. I would never commit suicide. I don't want to die. But they're not gonna fucking push that the issue, make that the issue to make me fucking tuck in the corner and fucking hide and fucking, okay, do it to me. Keep fucking psychological warfare in me. I'll accept it. I'll accept it, master. So you can make your great grandfather slave master proud while you piss on the fucking grave of our fallen soldiers. Yeah, I'll do that, sir. Just for you. they're probably gonna be sending frequencies and jamming my phone periodically. So, but I'm gonna be trying to do these lives all damn day, and I'm gonna be doing them every day because these, you know, this shit is unbearable, man. And this, you know, protesting this shit, man, to vent this shit out, I swear, it's so much of like a high to fucking be able to vent and let this shit out by exposing this program. I'm thinking about going and investing in like 2 more fucking megaphones and a decent little vlogging camera and start fucking protesting and doing interviews with these motherfuckers, man. Like, to take this shit to a whole nother level. Like, if that's how good it feels to fucking let this shit out. Hey, top of the morning, Tip. And to know that I'm doing it completely legally. I don't have to touch these people. I might have to deal with a little bit more harassment. But the ventilation, being able to vent this shit out, makes it 100% worth it. Look at the red car that pulls up behind me. Not saying this is a racist program. Oh, this ain't VTI, this is VTI right here. VTI, hey, Mo. VTA, Valley Transportation Service. Ladies and gentlemen, please just say no to white supremacy and Chinese terrorism in America. VTA knows all about that. 10 people dead at the VTA behind this domestic terrorist program. And make no mistake, as long as you continue to see these vehicles with one headlight and one tail light, more people will die. It's the nature of this program, ladies and gentlemen. It's inevitable. You can't harass a person with around-the-clock psychological warfare. And since you're the police and you conduct this program, when the person tries to make a police complaint, you deter them with a psychological evaluation. Those are the ingredients for a disaster, ladies and gentlemen. And here you have it at the VTA. 10 people lost their lives. They've been trying to turn me into a weapon for over 11 years. Trying to make me kill somebody. Trying to make me kill myself. And if you think I'm talking out the side of my neck, I have over 11 years evidence. And the science to back everything I'm saying. You're not going to be able to sweep me up under the rug with the mental illness garbage that you've been putting on people. You're not going to put the delusional shit on me. You're not going to do that. Because I stack my evidence and I stack it well. Undeniable evidence. And the undeniable science behind the evidence. The mental issues that the shit that you guys do create on people. The one headlight vehicles alone can create paranoia. Paranoia can make people kill people. Make no mistake about that. And then whenever you confront the one headlight vehicles, they don't know what you're talking about. And that's just one of the tactics they use on you. They've been using it on me for 11 years. And trust me, I have wanted to kill people. But this is what I do instead of killing people. I expose these people. I won't kill nobody because that's not me. That's not my character. Most people, it's not their character. It wasn't this man's character to kill people, but he was forced into a corner because the same people that are supposed to help him are conducting this program on him. So he has no one to turn to. What is he left to do? Kill his harassers and kill himself just to get peace. And if that's not domestic terrorism, I don't know what is. Make no mistake, this program is I gotta go charge my batteries up, you guys. But I'm finna be going everywhere. I'm finna start posting up in front of this motherfucker I'm finna start posting up in front of this motherfucker right here. They want to keep playing their fucking games with smiles on their faces. I'm finna wipe those fucking smiles off their fucking face, man. The legal way. They want to be repetitive with their bullshit, I'll be repetitive with mine. Start being consistent with this shit like they are. You know, you can't keep doing this shit halfway, man. Every now and then protests and shit. Okay. How many TIs you think are in San Jose? More than 100 real ones? That's hard to say. San Jose, I think it's more than in Silicon Valley easily 100 or more better. But in San Jose, it's just hard to tell. It's a lot of people out here. Alright, scrap. No, don't do that. Come here, motherfucker. Yeah, it's pretty hard to fucking tell, man. Look at this goofball. In her little red puff jacket. I just want to stop right there and get on her walkie-talkie or her phone. Look at the little domestic terrorist. Let us see your face. Let us see your face. Don't bark, don't bark. I just thought she just had her friend get the dog or some shit. Let us see your face. Let us see your face. The puff jacket terrorist. I'm not a bull, lady. Your little red jacket ain't gonna get me mad. I'm not a bull. I'm not a fucking bull. I'm a human being. Let's see. Oh, man. Hey, dude. It just said I blocked somebody. I did not block nobody, you guys, so I didn't catch who it just said I blocked. But it said you blocked somebody for 5 minutes. That was not me. It's these fuckers in my phone, you guys. It might be that lady with the red jacket, as a matter of fact. You have to charge your own megaphone battery or your phone. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, I seen some pretty cheap ones. You know, this this was RTTR New York gifted this one to me, and you know, man, it's helped a lot. So you know, that's my cue to fucking start. I gotta invest in this shit, man. And you know, like you guys, man, it might seem fucking. I'm not telling nobody what to do by far. I'm not telling nobody what to do. I'm not telling you how to handle your targeting or none of that. I'm just making a suggestion, and I'm going off experience. So don't think that I'm saying this is the way it should be or anything like that. But what I will say is that this megaphone and being able to fucking get out, because I was stuck in a comfort zone, bro, to where it wasn't really a comfort zone, but it was more of a, maybe I should wait this shit out and just fucking keep filming it and see if somebody, but you know, I had to fucking realize that we're stuck in a box, man, that they create around us, man. And the only way you can fucking really get your message out is to speak over all the fucking obstacles that they throw in your way, the fake people that they send at you to act like they're interested and all of that. Because again, we're stuck in a box to where everybody around us is doing it, but everybody isn't doing it. Like everybody in the world, everybody, you know, everybody in the immediate area that you're in is not doing it, but they strategically have people set up around us to where it makes it look like everybody's fucking involved in shit. And they could just walk up and start a conversation with somebody that they don't know and look at us, and you know, psychologically we're gonna think that person that they just walked up to that has nothing to fucking do with this program is fucking with them and shit. So instead of fucking going at these people, instead of going at your perps and you know, making yourself in the people's eyes that they're trying to convince that you're a bad person and that you know you have anger issues or whatever they're convincing these people, instead of confronting these people like in an irritated manner and shit, if we can slow down and think of strategic ways to fucking expose their asses, man. And that's what I'm all about, man. I'm trying to find every legal way to fucking expose them. Whether it's fucking when I confront them nicely. I don't come at them all fucking irritated. I ask them why they're following me, why they're gang stalking me, and they say, hey, chill out. And all I need them to say is, I don't know what you're talking about, or I'm not following you. As long as I get that on fucking camera, I can say thank you, have a nice day. I got your statement on video. You feel me? And just stack my evidence as well as I can in a peaceful manner and catch these people in lies and shit and fucking just fucking do it like that. Expose them, fucking go in front of these fucking apartment complexes, fucking put the science out there, put all the shit, and put the common sense shit out there. I'm not gonna put nothing that is too complicated for these people to understand. I'm gonna put the shit that they've been seeing, the one headlights, and a lot of people been wondering why they're seeing all these one headlights and shit. And then when you start telling people to research psychological triggers, they research that shit, and then they start waking up and start seeing what the fuck is going on. They start saying, oh, okay. Yeah, because people know people aren't just killing people and shit. This is psychological warfare at its, it's at its greatest extent right here, ladies and gentlemen. It's at its greatest extent. And see, this is intimidation right here. This is intimidation. Because they know what I'm here to do. And this is your intimidation, people, right here. But, unfortunately, my battery ran out. And I gotta go charge these batteries. Gotta charge these batteries. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to stop suffering peacefully. And I was saying all that to say, we gotta break up out of our comfort zones, because I know a lot of us think they could very well do something to us, set us up and all that shit. And I wouldn't recommend you fucking protest and shit until you get enough evidence stacked up to where if they do lock you up, you can prove your fucking case. And they can't just say you're some fucking crazy person on the street and you need help. You can fucking tell them, look, I have proof. I have a lot of common sense proof. Don't take fucking video of everything, and whatever you do, don't whatever you're documenting, don't make it too complicated to where these fucking idiots don't understand. And I shouldn't say idiots, but the people who the slow people to reality, the people who are pretty slow to reality, try and keep it simple for them and just point out the undeniable shit. Don't get too confusing for these people, because maybe they'll wake up one day. Slowly but surely they're waking up, though. They're waking up slowly. But saying all that to say, we should just, I recommend, and I'm speaking from experience, because I was locked in a comfort zone, and I just didn't, I didn't want to fucking make anything any worse than what it was already. But it's like, how much worse can it get right now, other than death? How much worse can it get? Like, literally, like, this is death right here, but we're just living through it. Like, we have no, I'm not speaking for everybody then, I'm speaking for myself right here. I have no fucking life. Like, my whole fucking life consists of fucking waking up, recycling, and doing it all over again. Maybe fucking periodically going here and there, get something to eat and all that fucking bullshit. But that's my day, is fucking recycling, turning that shit in, dealing with this shit, and waking up to do it another day, because I don't want to fucking, I can't really progress like this, because I make enough to survive. Like, I make enough to be able to keep up with the shit I have to keep up with, but I'm not going to be able to, I can't progress. I can't progress just doing this. Like, maybe if I was doing it, like, on a regular type of thing, to where I wasn't targeted and they weren't fucking everything up for me, because it was pretty good for me in the beginning. Like, literally, like, I was pretty much, it was probably like me and 3 other people out there. And then once they seen that I was fucking, they started following me and going to the recycle place, and seeing that I was doing good and shit, and that I wasn't doing it for just fucking, beer and fucking cigarettes and whatever else people just fucking do it quickly for. And they seen that I was stacking that shit. Once they seen I was stacking, and then once I actually got my first, hey, chill, scrap. Once I actually got my first van, oh man, it was all hell from there. I was getting old people walking by me looking at my van. It's when I had that camper van. It was a Ford Falcon. Oh man, people were walking by me, and it was. If you guys remember, it was an older one, but it was nice. It was like fucking immaculate. It was like I bought it off an old person in Santa Cruz. It was fucking beautiful, man. It was a Ford Falcon like the one in Star Wars, and you know, people were fucking, it's like I was getting fucking jealous looks. Police, sheriff pulled me over, man, when I was recycling and shit. It was a Mexican sheriff. He pulled me over, and no, he didn't pull me over. I was parked on the side with my hazards on at a club, and you know, I was pulling bags of recycle out the club recycle bin and shit, and the cop, he seen what I was doing. He seen me recycling and shit. He came and asked, "What do you do for a living? What do you do?" I'm like, you see what I'm doing, man? I'm like, what? And he started calling me boy and shit. He's like, yeah, get smart with me, boy. Get smart with me, boy. I'll tow your van. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm fucking just recycling. And then he's like, as a matter of fact, get your shit and get out of here. So I'm thinking he's like, finish getting your fucking recycle. I'm thinking he's like, finish getting your recycle and get the fuck out of here and shit. And then so I'm getting the recycle. I'm trying to finish getting the recycle and shit. And he said, you didn't hear me, boy? I said, get your shit and get the fuck out of here. And I said, I'm trying. He said, I'm talking about your fucking vehicle. And I'm like, oh man, it's like, fuck, man. After I got my first vehicle, man, oh man, the police were acting like assholes, pulling me over all the fucking time. I started getting fucking scratches and shit. Old people, like when it, you know, I'm telling you, when I first got it, it was so fucking, you know, it probably wasn't classic. It probably wasn't no like collector's classic type of fucking shit, but you know, it was so fucking, or at least in my eyes, it was beautiful to the point to where, you know, every time I, you know, looked at it, I was like, damn, man, that motherfucker looked like a classic. And you know, slowly but surely, fucking, they just fucked it up, man. Scratching it, hitting, running it, and, you know, I had old people fucking coming up to me fucking saying, that's a nice van, you don't deserve it. Shit like that. And I literally, man, and this is when I started realizing that the old people in this program are fucking evil. The old people that participate had to be like some fucking veterans that have been doing this shit for years and shit, because it's like they have no soul and no fucking emotion. The way she looked at me, you know, the way the lady, it was her and her husband, and I was at I forget where I was, but I was somewhere in a parking lot, like a strip mall, like this type of place. Hold on. Somewhere in a place like this right here. I forget where. I think it was like Cragen's or some shit. I had to go get something for my van. And when I went in the store and I came out, and the lady and her husband, you know, they complimented me and shit. I thought it was a compliment. You know, I thought it was a compliment and shit. I mean, they look kind of, you know, weird. They both had like, you know, and this is no shot at anybody with gray hair, but they had that fucking, that gray, like that silver fucking gray hair. And the woman had on some dark ass shades, like they look like somebody from, you know, they look like somebody from the, I don't know, like they look like really like they look, I don't know, they just looked out of place. They look like they could have been evil. I mean that wouldn't be my first. That wouldn't be my first notion, or that wouldn't be what I first think about them when I see them and shit. They just look kind of odd and shit. She had a haircut like the Beatles, but it was a little bit longer down. It was a little bit longer down to fucking, you know, maybe her shoulders and shit. But it curled down like it was the shape like the Beatles had their haircut. And fucking the lady, she looked at me and she was real fucking, you know, there was no fucking emotion in her face, but, you know, she seemed to be like she gave me a compliment. She said, that's a nice man. You don't deserve it. You don't even know me. Like, what do you mean I don't deserve it?